My dad is also an actor, but he started acting after I did. Because he was like, it's so easy, you can do it, I can. Okay. I'm like, Dad, fine. If you think my life's so easy, why don't you go to some open call auditions and you understand how hard it is, how much rejection I face every day at my job. He was like, okay. And he went to all these auditions and he started booking everything. It's a true story. He got on this show in China, in mainland China, called Little Daddy, Xiao Baba. 500 million people watched that show. It's like the Big Bang Theory of China, and Richard blew up. And he was like, this isn't easy, I don't know. My plan completely backfired. And my aunt in Shanghai, she watched the show, and she'll call the house in LA, and she's like, congratulations, Richard. You're such a good actor. Did your son teach you how to act? And he's like, no, I'm a natural. Oh, that's very good. You and your son, same business, you know? You two are very funny. He's like, no, Jimmy's not a funny. And I'm like, Dad, that's bullshit, okay? You got one good role, good for you, I'm happy for you. But you're not a real actor yet. Real actors, we gotta cry, we gotta laugh. Do you even know how to cry in front of camera? He was like, yes, I just think about how much you suck at ping pong. Needless to say, I grew up with low self-esteem because I was raised by Asian parents. My dad's not even the worst, my mom's much worse. Have you guys ever hung out with old Asian ladies? Old Asian ladies will tell you exactly what the fuck is wrong with your face. As if they're trying to do you a favor. I go to my mom's house, the first thing she says, she's like, Jimmy, oh yo. Oh yo, why is your face so fat? Your clothes look homeless. And your hair, oh yo, it's a gay. No. Sometimes it's like embarrassing for me to hang out with my mom, you know? Because Asian people, we just got a different custom, you know? Like my mom, when she goes shopping, she doesn't buy shit she needs. She just buys shit because it's a good deal. One time, I brought a full price shirt home, $20. And she was like, was it full price? No, it's a bad deal. I was like, Mom, it's only $20. It's like, yes, $20 if you're stupid. She goes to Ross and she freaks out because everything's a great deal. She's like, Jimmy, you should buy this. You should buy, this is a good deal. This is a good deal. I'm like, Mom, that's a double XL shirt, okay? And it says obey on it. I'm not gonna fucking wear that. And she's like, it's okay, 50% off. Someday it will fit, okay? If you want a good deal, you follow the old Asian people, right? You go to Costco, you see a sea of old Asian people because you know everyone's getting a great deal. Nobody's getting ripped off. You go to Whole Foods, never seen one old Asian motherfucker in my life. We don't believe in that shit. I grew up very stereotypically, man. I didn't play basketball, football. I grew up playing ping pong. Competitively. That was a serious national sport back home, man. You know, I didn't go to any like fun summer camp, space camp. My dad sent me to a ping pong training camp in Guangzhou, China. I almost died. It was 100 kids competing for one spot on the national team. It was basically Fortnite with ping pong paddles. We took that shit seriously though. My dad would take me to every practice, every tournament game, and he always tried to give me a pep talk before every game. But you know Asian parents, they're way too honest. So every pep talk just turned into an insult. Like he'll come up to me and be like, Jimmy, you're going to play well, okay? Even though you're slow, even though you're weak, and you suck. And then he would just walk away. I was very good at math. That's a big Asian stereotype. I think there's some truth to that. Not because of some weird genetic thing, just because our parents care so much more about mathematics and academics, right? You guys seen it? You guys seen those like Kumon learning centers in those strip malls, right? Right? Kumon learning centers, for you guys that don't know, are basically detention camps for young Asian children. You can tell that place is kind of fucked up by the look of its logo. Because it's supposed to be a smiley face, but it's not really smiling. It's just like, man. My parents were way too cheap to send me to Kumon. They got a different strategy. They never let me use a calculator until I turned 15, so I can work on my brain function. That's an old school Chinese strategy. You know, so when I turned 15, it was a very special occasion. It was basically my quinceañera. My dad just gave me a TI 83 plus. And he looked me in the eyes, and he was like, "You're a woman now, okay?" But when you're a kid, when your parents tell you can't do something, what do? You rebel, right? So when I was 14 years old, I stole my brother's calculator. I stole Roy Rogers' calculator. And I locked myself in my room, and I started rebelling. I started doing math homework. Other kids were like fucking around with like alcohol and drugs. I was fucking up some problems, you know? Locked myself in a room. I was just punching in numbers. I was like, oh man, this feels great, you know? It's so wrong. It's awesome. My dad was pissed. He was knocking the other side of the door. He doesn't like locked doors in the house. And he was screaming. He was like, Jimmy, what are you doing inside? Come out right now. I know you're in there using a calculator. Come out right now. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. And he unlocked the door and he came in. I went into full panic mode, so I just threw away the calculator and I pulled down my pants. I was like, Dad, I was just jerking off. And he came in and he looked at me and then he looked at the math homework. And he was like, good, very good, very good. Very good. You must have really liked math. That's good. That's good. Keep it up. Because there's nothing that will make your Asian father more proud than to see his son jerk off to his math homework. Look, there's nothing wrong with Whole Foods. Matter of fact, it's too nice. And Asian people, we don't like to pay for atmosphere. Have you guys been to a Chinese grocery store? It's a zoo. You walk in there, there's just a frog jumping from one aisle to the other. There's a piece of fish still flopping around the floor. Half the place is an aquarium. I don't even know why you ever pay for your kids to go to SeaWorld when you just take them to the Ranch 99 for free. That's a good deal. That's a great deal. Asian people, we don't buy organic. We don't believe in organic labeling. We better still see it swimming or still walking. That's organic to us. That's the only way we know. All my friends in LA, all my hipster friends, they're like, Jimmy, you gotta eat organic, man. Those regular stuff you eat, they have growth hormones in them. It's gonna kill you. I'm like, really? Growth hormones? Wait a minute, you trying to tell me I've been eating growth hormones all my life and I'm still 5'5" and I shop at Gap Kids? Get out of here. I'll pay extra for growth hormones. Get me to the GMO only section, you know? All this organic stuff in America is getting out of control. It's not just organic food. You got like organic bed sheets, organic hand soap. I don't know about you guys, but growing up in my very Chinese family, hand soap wasn't even a thing. Hand soap used to be that piece of crap leftover soap that my dad's been washing his balls with for 2 months. And he just puts it on the soap counter. You walk by, you rub your 2 fingers on it for good luck. That was hand soap. Nobody got sick, it was fine. Once in a while, you got a piece of pube, so what? You deal with it. Now hand soap's so fancy, it's got its own aisle at the grocery stores. Because it's not about washing your hands anymore, it's a status symbol. We go to our friend's house and judge how well they're doing by what kind of hand soap they got. We've all done this. You go to your friend's house, he's got that green bar soap that says Zest on it. That guy's a peasant. Don't associate yourself with that kind of animal. He's gonna ask you for money, you know what I mean? And then next level up, you got like the $2 bottle of soft soap with the fish or the watermelon on it, you know? I like that family. That's the backbone of America. It's the middle class Honda Civics of soaps. Hardworking American family, man. I appreciate that. And then next level up, you got a soap that's so fancy, it doesn't even dispense soap. It dispenses foam. Which is just soap filled with air for an extra $6 a bottle. Because as an American society, we decided we're way too good to rub our own two hands together to create our own foam and rather outsource that foaming action to some poor Chinese kid in Guangzhou, China to pre-foam it for us. Make America foam again, people, okay? Thank you. Thank you. My mom eventually caved in and she bought the $2 bottle of soft soap with the fish on it. But she's so Chinese, she's been watering it down for 6 years now. And now it's just a bottle of water with a fish on it. Doesn't do shit. Because it's a good deal. I know I make fun of my parents, but at the end of the day, I love them very much. I think we all do, right? But Asian people, we don't ever say I love you to each other. That's just not our thing. One time I got high and I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I just want to tell you, Mom, I love you. And you can hear her start like crying on the other side of the line. She was like, oh, Chimia, do you have a cancer?